The overall theme of research and teaching in the psychology department is the study of mind, brain, and behavior. And within this general theme, we have 4 main faculty research areas. These are behavioral neuroscience, personality and social psychology, language and cognition, and perception.
I mean, it's been known for a long time that what you see influences what you feel. But the idea that what you feel could literally influence your visual system, I think, is a very unique and innovative question. We generally study emotion. We study the nature of emotion. So what is it that your brain and your body are doing when you have a feeling of anger or sadness or fear? And how do you know what feeling you're having? How is it represented to you? How can you tell?
I use methods from vision science, like continuous flash suppression. We also take a lot of physiological measures. I look at the way that body signals or body states can influence things like affect, but also influence things like perception. So I'm also interested in something called interoception, which is your ability to detect changes in your body state.
Show you these really important things as they exist. What happens to the brains of those animals? How do they respond later? And are their brains changed in ways that reflect their increase in escalated aggression or animal models of violence? I'm still continuing to do this for the next 2 years.
I've learned all about their animal model related to the brain areas that Professor Maloney has been researching for the past 20 years or so. I've learned how to do injections on the animals. I'm working on learning how to do perfusions. It's just been a really great comprehensive learning experience.
Color vision is the main focus of my research, and I do this with behavioral methods, studying perceptual phenomena. I use mathematical modeling based upon data we collect perceptually to try to understand those processes.
In my lab, we look at how people think. We're doing developmental work, how thinking changes over time, and in particular, how development is affected by environment. So we're looking at how urban, suburban, and rural children reason about plants and animals.
One of the biggest things that Professor Chloe's lab has showed me is what it's like to be a graduate student and what it's like to be a professor. So having the opportunity to be in a lab, I get to work closely with himself as well as the graduate students, and working on my own project gives me, to a lesser extent, the idea of how it is to have a project going on in the lab and understanding everything that goes into just one research project.
My research is interested in how stress affects the brain, and within that I'm interested in sex differences and how ovarian hormones can interact with stress hormones to cause sex-specific changes in females.
Right now we're looking at how emotions affect risk judgments and threat detection, how it affects the formation of trust, and actually how it affects intergroup interactions and how it inflames prejudice. One of the projects we're really into is looking at how should I determine if I can trust you or not. And from lots of rationales, it makes sense that the human mind should be able to detect this. And so we're looking for what are the signals everybody's looking. Is it the shifty eyes? Is it the smile? And no one can find what it is. Well, we use robots because with our collaborators at MIT, they have wonderful humanoid robots that we can control with high precision exactly every motion they use. And so it's a great scientific tool for us to study which cues, which movements matter.
I think my experience at Northeastern, both in the lab working with Dave and throughout the rest of the program, has really prepared me well for an academic career in the future.
Undergraduates in our program benefit from doing research in faculty laboratories where they learn cutting-edge research techniques in a hand-on setting. And we also offer a wide variety of co-op opportunities in both research and clinical settings.
It has definitely proved very beneficial as far as how to interact with people in a lab, how to conduct yourself in a lab, techniques that would be ideal to know how to do if I decided down the line to get a lab technician job.
Graduate training plays a critical role in our department. We offer a full-time PhD program, And we've structured the program so that grad students work very closely with faculty in their research labs.
When you want to define emotion,
My lab is a very collaborative place. Students often collaborate with each other on projects that I'm directing, but really we allow collaborations to kind of form organically.
No other university is moving the way Northeastern is. It's expanding. The quality of education and research here is growing exponentially. It's just a really exciting place to be.